beat the Georgia Bulldogs, you're gonna feel the bulldog.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton.
Boom! Woo!
And this is show number 134. Georgia is now 10-1 on the football season after a big 35-3 win over the Charlotte, almost said Bobcats, 49ers.
Charlotte Bobcats, they're extinct.
Yeah, they are.
They're back to the Hornets as the good Lord intended for Charlotte's National Basketball Association team to be be
Yeah.
It's the Charlotte Hornets, right? I think that's right. I don't keep up with the NBA. But anyway, the Charlotte 49ers, man, came to Athens and, turned out like we thought. Fun day, great weather all around. The good Lord bless us with a good one for the last regular season home game in Athens. It might be the last one of the year, but heck, right now we're just going to say last regular season home game in Athens, man. So, beautiful day, beautiful time. Great time.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about that game exclusively on this episode. I don't imagine this episode will take a lot of time just because there's not a lot to say about the game. I mean, it really was a very vanilla performance for the Georgia Bulldogs. And, man, you started to feel bad for Charlotte out there. God bless them.
Yeah, but the best thing in games like this, especially heading right into the postseason, playing your arch rival, Georgia Tech, this week, and then you're heading into postseason play after that. The best news of anything possible that we could have got as Georgia fans after last Saturday was no new injuries. So thankfully, on either side too, I don't think there might have been a Charlotte injury. I can't remember, but anyway, no new injuries happen against Charlotte. That's what you want coming out of games like this, man. So that was a blessing, and thankful for that. So here we go.
Yeah.
It's time now.
Absolutely.
The cupcakes are done.
For
They're
sure.
all ate up, all three of them this year.
Yeah. I was about to say, well, we got one more left in Georgia Tech.
Hey, there we go.
We always used to make that joke, especially when Jeff Collins was around. We can't make that anymore with Brent Key. He's taking this Georgia Tech team to a new level.
Man, I cannot wait to our Georgia Tech preview, though, Clark.
Oh, it's
After
gonna be
watching
great.
them against Pittsburgh last night and their run defense, or their defense in general, but especially their run defense.
Yeah.
I know, it's a rivalry game. I say that stuff. Brent Key's always played these Georgia teams close the past 3 years, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's focus on the Charlotte 49ers and give them their due.
That's
one
right.
last time.
One
Give them their
last
respect. One last episode.
One last hoorah.
One last hoorah with the Charlotte 49ers.
Yeah, we might have to put Big Game M&M up here for the remainder of the season. I mean,
I think
from
so.
here on out, man, it's just big game after big game until, the end of January.
That's right. No, the big game Eminem is he's ready to roll now. So I mean,
Where is he?
There, he's resting.
I think he's on your side over there. You see him over there? Is he just chilling out?
But we're gonna have to get off the set and see where he wandered off to.
Has he been stolen?
Oh, there he is. We'll see him.
Oh, we see him. Oh, he's just hiding.
him.
He's hiding behind
Yeah.
a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad he's still around because we're going to need him.
Yeah,
In a
he's ready
big
to roll.
way.
He's ready to roll. That made me think of those Eminem commercials that you used to see back in the day. Where one like would get a chunk bit out of it,
Yeah.
then it float off like it's spirit.
The M&M commercials are
Oh,
hilarious.
they are good. I mean, and they're timeless too, Clark.
Right.
I mean, they're as good as they were today as they were in 2004, right?
True. And they look the same. There's not
Yeah.
been any redesigns.
No, that it's like the red M&M and the
Yeah.
green one, right?
And the logo has always been the same, as far as I know.
Oh yeah. Well, when you create a product like that just is what it is. It's simple. It's successful. You don't mess with success.
Right.
I think they do like a Christmas one where it ties into the Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh,
Just
gosh.
brilliant marketing.
Yeah.
I look forward to that every year. That one and the one I think is it a Dos Equis commercial or a Corona one with the light up palm tree that they've been playing for 25 years. And one
Yeah.
single palm tree on the island lit up the whistle and then it just lights up and you hear like the buzz,
The ocean and the
lights turning on or
Right.
a transform or something. I don't know.
I'll
But
tell you another
it's
good
been, It's
commercial.
been around for 2 decades.
Another good commercial. And I guarantee you, if you watch enough college football this past Saturday, you've seen it. You not only saw it this year, you saw it last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. Yeah. The Cheez-It commercial.
Oh, I woke up
cheese,
feeling the cheese,
cheese.
coach.
Yes.
Yeah, that has stood the test of time. That commercial has, and thankful for it every year.
I mean, I
It's
imagine the
right.
budget on that, maybe $50,000 to $100,000 all in.
Team, it's been a grind.
Yeah. But I've coached you well. Yeah, that's great.
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach. Cheese.
It's just the fact that they're little wheels of cheese. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that is good.
How did we get talking about this?
I don't know.
All right, we got to focus
have
on
time.
Charlotte.
We have time to fill in with this episode.
True. That's true.
This is another one where we're gonna kick our shoes off and stay a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Let your hair down, stay a little bit because you can relax on this one.
Do you wear Crocs? Yeah, you're wearing Crocs right now. I'm wearing Crocs. So kick your Crocs off.
Kick your Crocs off, stay a little bit. Row 60's cranking up right now.
Yep. All right, on this episode, we got a report on the game day atmosphere, Georgia-Charlotte. Interesting stuff to talk about there. We got a weekly concession stands report, some fun facts, Georgia's offense, defense, and special teams. And then we'll talk about last week's games towards the very end. And then stick around. We got a fun Thanksgiving segment, and we'll get into some Thanksgiving topics because once again, we don't have a whole lot to say about this game.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna go. We're gonna visit Thanksgiving 1621 with the Pilgrims coming into Plymouth Rock with the indigenous people, and it's gonna be a great time.
Wow.
I can't wait to talk about it. Just to talk about what we're thankful for. Love. This is like my favorite week of the year right here. Love Thanksgiving Day. Love Thanksgiving Day and the traditions that it is and how we celebrate here in America and hopefully across the world, right? So, yeah, we're going to get to that.
I like it.
Good episode to do it.
Absolutely. All righty, let's talk about Saturday specifically and the atmosphere here. Adam, we went to the Dawg Walk. And let me back up. When I say we, Caitlin actually joined for her first game this season, I think is right. Or I think it's first or second game. I don't even remember at this point. We also took Benson for his very first Georgia football game, which was awesome. And so we decided we'd go out there a little bit early and attend the Dawg Walk. Yeah. And do you remember the days where you could just show up, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes before the Dawg Walk, and you'd still get a respectable spot and seat? That is no longer the case.
Oh, really?
It is unbelievable. We got there a full hour before the Dawg Walk, and it was just packed. Wow. All the way up from Lumpkin Street to the stadium, which is awesome. But, man, it's tough to find a good
Do they still rock the bus?
No.
Not good.
Heck no. They haven't done that since,
back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, it would always get you used to. Here we go. We're ready to roll.
Yeah.
They're going to step out of those UGA buses ready to roll.
Yep.
Man, those were the glory days back in like 2008, 2009 of just that time period of being a young kid like I was, or a teenager like I was, and getting excited about Georgia football at the Dawg Walk back then.
Well, what was interesting is if you guys remember the Dawg Walks back in the day, they'd come in dressed out, right? Like they'd be in their silver breeches, they'd have their cleats, and like they'd have the shoulder pads and the helmet in their hand, and I mean they were ready to go pretty much.
They were,
but they no longer do that. It's kind of a fashion show, kind of a thing. You roll out the red carpet, let the guys walk down style, and I mean that's cool and everything. But Dawg Walk though is awesome. It's definitely ramped up over the years and been a much bigger event. And love the red coats, hearing them and the cheerleaders and just Harry Dawg and Kirby's always going down through there with just the most serious look on his face. Even against teams like Charlotte, it just cracks me up.
That's good. Anyway. He's a winner. He's a competitor, man. But
absolutely.
Definitely a family game.
Yep.
A family atmosphere. And that was good.
For sure. It was about 80% full, I think. I mean, there was very few people up in the 600 levels from what I saw. But would you say about 80%?
I'd say that. And a lot of new faces around Section 108.
Yeah.
The Harrell family was there.
Right.
They were there for the family game. But a lot of the other Section 108 took the day off, probably had prior obligations, or just gave the opportunity for people who had never got to go to Sanford or doesn't get to go regularly to have the opportunity to go see Georgia play. So I enjoy that, man. Anytime somebody gets to come to Sanford for the first time or one of the few times that they've been, man, and get to just see them take the game in, no matter who the opponent is, it's awesome. It's great. Can't get enough of it.
If we're being honest, though, it was a very quiet crowd, as to be expected. I mean, you can't really get up for a team like Charlotte, but, it was fun nonetheless.
It was.
To me, it was a bit of a snooze fest. If I didn't have Benson there, I would have probably left at halftime. It was that boring to me.
Yeah.
And
snooze fest.
Thankfully, like you said, man, there's a lot of people who had never been to a game and got to experience that. And it's cool the first time, especially, but I don't know. I just seeing these cupcake games over and over and over every year, man, it's just lost its luster.
Yeah, I get the reason why, especially this week of the year, that you do that is because you're getting ready for having an opponent like this that you can spend the week leading into, like the Charlotte week, working on your rival, right? Your in-state rival or whoever is your big rivalry week game traditionally they have at the end of the year. And, you kind of get to this time of the year where everybody's just banged up all across the country. So you get to rest some guys against teams like Georgia played. But, man, when you're 10 games in, you're just like, you're not ready to just reset and play another game like this.
Right.
So, Austin P, like we alluded to last episode, Marshall and Austin P, it was fine because we hadn't seen football in 8 months. We didn't care who Georgia played. We just couldn't wait to see football in Sanford Stadium. So that was fine. But when you get to these here late in November, mid-November like this, it's just, it's tough. But you enjoy every second you get to watch Georgia play, every second you get to spend in Sanford Stadium. So, I mean, it was definitely a game that went like you wanted it to if you were a Georgia fan in every aspect.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was a little hot though, man.
It's too hot.
It's crazy how I never would have expected at the beginning of the season, the last game, this game, November versus Charlotte, to be so warm. It was so toasty. I'm like, dadgummit, man. I wanted a cold game. And the bad thing is if you're kind of like me and you want those cold November football games, we haven't gotten them this year. And we're not going to. If you're going to these games now, they're going to most likely be in a neutral site stadium. Actually, they all will from here on out, other than a playoff game, which we're not going on the road, I would imagine.
No, we won't be on the road. If we play in the first round, it'll be in Sanford.
Right. But anyway, I wish it was just cold. It wasn't, but anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I remember as a kid, it was way more colder games, right? Like in the David Green era, it just seemed like that way.
Right.
But I was looking forward to that too. But nonetheless, pretty day. Mm-hmm. Pretty day. Good day to be out there with the family.
Yeah, we got to meet Sam from Augusta. Shout out Sam.
Shout out to Sam.
And we also met up with Corey Andrews, who is a Franklin County citizen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I about said civilian. He's not a really civilian. He's GSP.
GSP, yeah.
So big deal. Anyway, Corey invited us to go on the field and get a picture with UGA and Harry Dawg, and that was really cool. And we got to spend some time with him, talking with him and shooting the bull.
It was exciting to get to see Corey. Hadn't got to catch up with him in a while, and thankful for that opportunity. Thankful for the Georgia State Patrol, man. Love the Georgia State Patrol and what they do for the state of Georgia, all around the state. We got some friends who serve with them, man, and Blake Gaddis is another listener too that we get to catch up with. That's a GSP, so thankful for them and what they do, and keeping us safe out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the last person I want to shout out right quick is Mr. Sam Waller, Sammy J.
Yeah.
For hooking up Benson with a ticket, man. I really appreciate that. That was awesome. Getting to take my son for his first Georgia football game. He loved the pom-poms. He loved Harry Dawg. Surprisingly, he almost made it the whole way throughout the game without a nap, but then he conked out. Of course, when we got on the field, he was knocked out.
He was out.
It was hilarious.
I love it. No.
Dude, come on. But anyway, no, he woke
Heck
up.
of a first game for Benny Boy.
Yeah, he got to see it, and he enjoyed every second there and had the best night of sleep ever. Yeah. I mean, I think he slept for like 10 hours last night and didn't wake up once, which was awesome. So anyway. Yeah. All right, Adam, that was enough about the atmosphere. Let's move on to the weekly concession stands report. I walked around the stadium, and I did not find one cup of hot chocolate being served.
Well, I mean, it definitely, like we talked about earlier, wasn't the weather for hot chocolate.
True.
But so, I mean, Sanford, I guess, went this year without serving hot chocolate. And I don't know the last time that they did, because I can't remember the last game that I got hot chocolate at, to be honest with you. But that's something that we need to talk about with Sanford State Concessions during the offseason to make sure next November that, hey, they got a year off. And I don't know how that we make sure that we have quality hot chocolate right at Sanford Stadium.
Right.
Next fall.
I just wanted to test it out, see if the recipes maybe changed or anything. I couldn't find any hot chocolate. And yeah, I mean, it was 70 degrees.
That's good investigative reporting right there, Clark. Yeah. Boots on the ground, going, we talked about it, and you went out and you scoped it out before we made any false accusations. Right. And I'm glad that you were able to come back with a report and an analysis of what you found and come back with factual information. Yeah. Not hearsay or anything. Right. Like actual boots on the ground. You witnessed it and saw it, and you could tell us that's what the case was.
Yeah.
So good.
I'll be honest. Pretty subpar showing from the concession stands this year. I think, in my humble opinion.
Really? What has?
When I say subpar, I mean maybe
for the whole year.
For the whole year.
Okay, all right. Respectable. But what has stood out that has made this like a B- performance?
I don't know. There was nothing new. I think they've done such a good job over the past few years of adding in or at least rotating out some new things.
So you're talking about the marketing, the concession
No, not necessarily
stand
the marketing, just the
Well,
options.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The people who are going to put the menu out there, right? The menu designer, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know what that title would be alluded to as somebody who gets control of Sanford Stadium concession menus. But you're talking about that guy. Let's not say, look, we're talking about the suits and ties, right?
Yeah.
We're not talking about the boots on the ground out there Saturday in the hot serving.
Right.
We still got people in and out efficiently.
I agree.
Right. I mean, the service and the quality of moving people and getting them from point A to point B was extravagant.
I agree with that.
Extravagant, right?
I think, yes,
we're
you're
talking
right.
about
The
upper
menus.
management menu. Like we need to
Selection, yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Clark.
One last thing I wish Sanford had, and I kind of understand why they don't do it. They used to do this all the time. They'd have a guy or a girl, with the bucket of hot dogs right in front of them, with the strap around their neck, screaming out hot dogs.
Yeah.
Hot
Down.
dogs.
Oh, yeah. That's a staple in American sporting events.
I agree.
And concerts and all
And
that
what
stuff, right?
happened to that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyway, we need to bring that back.
I can't tell you. I don't know. Is it because we've gone digital?
Yeah, but
now?
you can do Venmo.
Pass a card
and-
down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I guess that makes it actually simpler, and you're not sitting there counting out change and passing change. Now.
Right.
That's true.
I just
hadn't
hope
thought
we're
about
not getting comfortable as a concession stands team.
it. That's right.
and settling.
I agree. I agree with that.
So with that said, I really want to see us take a step next year. Elite.
Elite. Okay.
I mean, really ramp it up a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And so my question to you, Adam.
If you're gonna make that accusation and say that, and I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Let's set that straight. That I'm right there with you. I agree with that. So if you're gonna come up with a theory, then what's the solution? What's your solution? Like, what direction would you want them to go with, like new items or something?
I don't know. I think they just need to have look,
Sweets.
Huh?
I think we need to ramp up the sweet game.
Okay.
I think like chocolate covered pretzels. would be a
Oh, you're
staple.
saying
Sweets.
Like, SWE.
sweets, desserts. Yeah.
Okay.
Like ramp that up a little bit.
All right.
White chocolate covered Oreos.
Oh, wow.
So stuff like that, man.
Okay.
But I agree with you. I think we need to come up with a something that really drives home the state of Georgia that's only offered like Sanford Stadium.
Like some peach cobbler.
Yeah, something like that. So
Peach ice
fried
cream.
apple pies, pocket apple pies.
I like that.
So I mean, just something that makes it a staple. Like when opposing fans remember they ate this at Sanford Stadium. So when they come back in X amount of years, hey, you remember back in 2026 when we got this item right here? We only could get it there. So we got to get one when we go back, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
We do need a staple item. I agree. We don't really have that. So, you know what I'd love to see in Sanford Stadium? This will never happen, but it's a pipe dream. I would love to see a full-service Waffle House in Sanford
Wait a minute,
Stadium.
but they were big on the culture in Atlanta.
That's
404,
true.
Like,
And
they're
Georgia
tied to
Tech
Georgia
land.
Tech,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So, nah.
You don't like? No,
I mean, I love Waffle House. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, they're already tied to them.
So what? Denny's then, or
Jeez.
IHOP? We need like a breakfast
You're
joint.
getting worse and worse with these suggestions.
All righty, let's move on. That's enough about food. That's making me hungry. Yeah, I do think we need to step it up with the concession stands next year. And I think a great way of doing that to start would be to get the guy with the hot dog going up the aisles. And,
I agree.
selling hot dogs.
Probably need to form a committee, get the committee going, and have a meeting about forming the committee. And then you finally get the committee in place, and then you have the meetings about what needs to be added, and you have some debates about discussion. There we go.
And before all that, somebody has to make a motion for a committee.
For the yeah, and they're gonna get it straight.
Yeah,
UGA athletic department, just whoever is over that, right there. Yeah, but anyway,
Oh, man, good stuff. All righty, next up, Clark's Fun Facts.
move it that jingle.
All right, Georgia has its 48th straight win against unranked teams. 48.
Yeah,
And this is, believe it or not, the largest streak in FBS right now.
yeah, that's good. That means that talent is going to work and working hard. You know, right? Because they say that hard work beats talent when talent's not working. That means our talent is going and working hard.
Right.
Because when talent's working hard, you're not going to beat them.
Yeah,
Right.
agreed.
So obviously they're less talented football teams. have come in Sanford or against Georgia, and
but we
we've
take care of
gone and
business.
Take care of business like you should, like you should. Win the game you should. So that's great.
This was also the first time in program history that we've had 5 straight seasons of at least 10 wins. And who did it? Who did that? Kirby Paul Smart.
Kirby Paul Smart, man. So, again, been a blessing. We've talked about how fun it's been. That we're as Georgia fans now, we're spoiled to the point that we're accustomed. You get this time of year, Thanksgiving week, we're already thinking about what playoff game we're going to. Where's the national championship at? How are we going to budget for all this? SEC championship, we got to go to it, right? Used to going to it every year. I know we haven't punched the ticket yet, but you're going into the last week of the season still alive in it.
Right.
And, of course, you're alive for the playoffs. So, as Georgia fans, we've just grown accustomed to, in late November, planning postseason just parties or trips or whatever for Georgia's national championship run. I mean, you have all of our rivals that have gone through years that they get to this point of the year and it's over. They're already watching basketball or either trying to find check message boards who their next head coach is going to be. So I'm thankful for that. And shoot, I mean, it's just crazy to think growing up how there's so many years that technically Georgia's season was done in the sense. Still a successful year, but the SEC East was already wrapped up. Florida, Missouri, or Tennessee had won it. And then you're probably looking at saying, man, are we going to go to the Outback Bowl? Maybe we might play in Atlanta at the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And back before Chick-fil-A was a BCS or New Year's Six style bowl game or an Outback Bowl bid and start thinking about that, getting to see Georgia play one last time in one of these bowl games. Man, it's changed. It was fun back then. I'm thankful for those days. But these days we're living in now, you got to pinch yourself. You got to pinch yourself thinking about it. So.
This was also Georgia's 6th win by 20 or more points this season. So pretty cool there. Just taking care of business, doing what we got to do on the ground through the air offensively. And man, that's impressive. 20 plus points. That's a 6th win this season. And we've only played 11 games at this point.
That's right.
All righty. Speaking of offense, let's talk about them. Georgia's offense had their way, at least in the first half. Against this Charlotte team. Georgia ran for 192 yards. They had 5 touchdowns. All 5 touchdowns of the day, all 35 points came from the ground. So took care of business there. And also through the air, 257 passing yards, didn't throw a passing touchdown. And then Gunner had that 1 pick there right before halftime. So, yeah, I mean, that was Georgia in a nutshell, just offensively.
Another week where you see a Georgia offense, and of course against Charlotte, but still another week where you see a multiple look Georgia offense in the sense that they could be balanced and be successful in the air or on the ground. And of course against Charlotte like this, against the game really that you're just at this point trying to, especially when you get a comfortable lead, it's just trying to run clock and get to the locker room as quick as you can. And our ability to be able to run the football this year has been just such a blessing. Stacey Searles and then Phil Rauscher, the guy we talked about, beginning of the year, came over from the Jacksonville Jaguars, helping with O-line, and then John Lilly coming in as well, former guy of Rick's staff as well. Those key additions have really helped, and you've seen the improvement in the O-line room this year. So it's just, man, this football team's fun to watch. This offense has been fun to watch, and it was a good day of just Georgia going out and doing what they needed to do, getting young guys some reps, and yeah, that's all I have to say.
For sure. This was definitely the Bo Walker show. He had 9 carries, 48 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Not only did he get his first rushing touchdown of the season and his career, he added 2 more to that. So love Bo Walker. He is running really hard.
Just a bowling ball, man.
Yeah, he is. And I love the fact that we get him next year and obviously, hopefully the next after that, assuming he doesn't transfer or go anywhere. Georgia also had 15 different players who had a reception. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
so it really spread it out. I mean, obviously, you put your young guys in, like you said, especially after halftime. They got a lot of reps, spread the ball out to a lot of different people, so that's good. Yep. Nate Frazier, 12 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. So between Bo Walker and Nate Frazier, there's all your touchdowns, all 35 points right there on the game. So
yeah. I mean, Chauncey Bowen's still banged up. and no reason to play him on Saturday, right? So you let Bo Walker get experience, Frazier get some limited time, and you let some other backs get some touches, man. Ryder Robinson got another game where he got some touches. So good to see him out there. But anyway, hopefully get Bowens back Friday for Georgia Tech, but definitely hopefully in the postseason after that. But excuse me. So good to see what Bo Walker did. Very exciting to see him. You know, we heard a lot of hype about him coming into the year, but just guys have stepped up, some guys older than him in that running back room who've took some of the carries, but Bo Walker's just got a very bright future here. Hope we keep him at the University of Georgia, and I think that's going to be the first of many touchdowns we see.
Yeah. Georgia had 30 first downs versus Charlotte, and 0 3-and-outs on any drive throughout the game. That was a good thing. The first drive of the game, though, I mean, we kind of sputtered out, had to punt the ball. It happens. But, yeah, I mean, I thought we obviously took care of business. I mean, this Charlotte team is, like we said last week, just atrocious. Yeah. They were so bad. Bless their hearts. I mean, they're trying. They're laying a foundation as a coach.
First-year head coach.
And, I mean, there's only so much you can do against the Georgia Bulldogs. And my buddy Ian Fisher, he sat with us at the game. He said, there's different levels to a D1 athlete. And he's exactly right. I mean, you got the guys at the University of Georgia are just a little bit different than the guys at Charlotte. No disrespect to those guys. Still great athletes.
Oh, yeah.
There is definitely tiers to this. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, just definitely outmatched there for Charlotte.
And then those guys at Charlotte get to say they played against Georgia in Sanford Stadium. And they were a Division I athlete. And that's going to be nice to add to a resume and to tell your grandchildren one day.
For sure. It's more than we can say.
Exactly. Dang right. Oh, yeah. I knew that from a very young age. I wasn't going to be able to add that to a resume.
All right. Gunner went 17 for 21, 196 passing yards, 1 interception. He also had 5 carries for 11 yards. Didn't really pad any stats for this game. That's the thing. Georgia, and this is why it's so tough to get a Georgia guy in New York, is because of games like this right here, where normally a guy like Caleb Williams at USC, if they're playing a team like Charlotte at the end of the season, they're going to put up 70 points, and they're going to do it because they want to pad stats, and they want to have their guy go, and because their season's going to crap, they want to at least have a shining moment in it, and they're going to send their guy off. And that's what happens at these schools. I'm convinced of that. And even teams like Alabama. Alabama's the same in Georgia, or has been at least for the past decade. They're not concerned about Heisman winners and everything. Is it great to have them? Yes, they've had to during that decade time. But it's not because they're sitting out there padding stats. It's just a product of just a great athlete, right?
Yeah. I mean, I love how we do it at Georgia. And too, like guys like Gunnar Stockton, that's not on their mind.
Right.
I mean, their mind is to lead this team and win championships. And you look at it too, Clark, a lot of the padding stats you alluded to. Take Notre Dame, for instance, this past weekend. Already lost 2 games. So they're like, well, we have to go win 70-7 against Syracuse because we're fighting for one of the last at-large spots, right? Yeah. And you saw Tennessee do it a couple years ago against Missouri and Knoxville, that you have to, and the committee just loves these just flashy style points, these offense scoring in the 60s and 70s. But at the University of Georgia, you don't have to do that. You're not putting yourselves in position. They know the product and the quality of football you're going to play. You don't have to go beat Charlotte 70-0. So, I mean, it's easy money when Georgia plays teams like this because of what Kirby Smart and the staff's approach is to it. And they're not going to cover.
Right.
They're not going to cover. I mean, that's almost like you can almost bet that when Georgia plays these games, they're like for instance, 42.5 point favorite. They're not going to cover it. I don't care who they trot out there. It's just not going to happen, man.
You think we would have learned that by now? Yet there's still so many people that take Georgia to cover in these games. It's hilarious, and I never learned my lesson.
But it's just a completely different approach. Of course, you want to start off fast and build a lead, but then it's about getting guys some experience, situational football type things, man. And two, I think the most important thing, especially against a program like Charlotte and those head coaches, Kirby Smart's not out there to try to embarrass them.
No.
I mean, he's not. He's going to be classy about it, and I'd rather have a program that's known for doing that against teams like this than looking up and seeing Georgia beat South Atlantic A&M 77-0.
Yeah. It just doesn't do much for me as a fan to see that. Yeah, I agree. Puglisi, 7 for 11, 49 yards. He came in during the third quarter. And, yeah, I mean, passed it pretty well, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we weren't necessarily throwing the ball down the field or anything. Mostly screen passes there. But Pug got some reps. Noah Thomas was the leading receiver with 4 receptions, 68 yards. And, as you mentioned, Adam, no Chauncey Bowen still resting up. We rested Drew Bobo as well. I thought that was good. And then Ernest Green. You know, we're not taking any chances. We need all 3 of those guys the way that all 3 of them have been playing. It's going to be great, hopefully getting them back here soon and getting them back up to speed. And then, I mean, C.J. Allen, also another guy. Of course, he's defense. But how soon do we know anything about C.J. Allen?
I think there's a chance, man, SEC championship game.
Really?
I don't think you expect him for Tech. Me personally, might be getting a little arrogant, getting a little bit too cocky, but I don't think you're going to need him for Tech.
Hope you're right.
I mean, I know Haynes King can get out and get to the second level. It'd be nice to have a guy like CJ back there, but I think the depth and the talent we have, that linebacker room and just across the defense will, and this year our eyes are awake to what they're going to bring to Mercedes-Benz, but we're going to get to that. But I think there's a chance. I don't know anything. I'm not an insider by any means. I mean, we're just reading, getting information like every other person out there, but possibly postseason SEC championship if we clinch a spot there.
That's good. All right, that wraps up Georgia's offense. Not much to say. Good day, 35 points. Scored 28 in the first half. Scored 7 in the second. Just put it on ice there.
There we go.
No need to do anything more than that. All right, Georgia's defense. We held Charlotte to 169 total yards, 130 passing, and then 39 rushing. It's funny. I think we allowed more rushing yards against Charlotte, a team who is now 1-10, than the University of Texas.
Yeah, it's
which
amazing.
Is hilarious.
Amazing how that works.
Really funny. We also created 2 turnovers. Ellis had his pick, Ellis Robinson. Shades of Malachi Starks, man. That was a great pick.
Yeah, that was. Kind of full body extension right there.
Yeah. It was a terribly thrown ball. I actually think he had the guy wide open. Had he given it a little bit more air.
A little bit more just a little bit more touch.
I was like, boy, man, that very well could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Okonkwo. I still haven't gotten that name right. Is he a freshman?
He's a freshman.
Yeah. He had a big pick there in the end zone.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, and that kept Charlotte from scoring 7.
Yeah. Defense again, just improving every week. I mean, I just love seeing how they're playing right now, and I think they did what you needed them to do against a team like Charlotte, holding them to 3 points, right? So excited to see how they play next week and going forward, but very exciting to see where this defense is now and has been the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Once again, no C.J. Allen, but Adam, I loved how Raylan stepped up and the younger linebackers. Raylan had 5 tackles himself. And then another guy, Chris Cole, I thought he looked really good. He was flying all over the field. He had 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Another guy, I don't have his stat line or anything. DeMello Jones, man, I'm telling you, he has become a fantastic cornerback. He is starting to really become aware of these plays, especially the screen plays. He just hits the edge so hard and causes some disruption there. And buys some time for those linebackers to rally to the running back.
Yeah, and DeMello, I think, man, could be the most talented cornerback on the team.
Wow. More so than Dalen?
I mean, just the way he's been playing, I mean, a very bright future with DeMello, I think. Excited to see what he's going to just turn into and what he has been here. Also, Rashawn Dinkins getting some looks at star as well. Mm-hmm. It seems like his snap count has gone up more and more each week, and I don't, just the back half has been playing well. I mean, Kyron Jones has been out for multiple weeks, maybe looking at getting him back next week or in the postseason potentially. I don't know, but that'll be good to get him back there, a guy that was the starting safety beside Bolden to start the year and got injured a few games back. So we hadn't had him too. So you add him back in the postseason as well, and we'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see. So
we held Charlotte to just 7 first downs. Awesome.
Yeah.
And Charlotte was 1-11 on 3rd down, so we got off the field pretty well on Saturday. That's all I got. I mean, y'all, there's only so much you could talk about with Charlotte. So,
man,
anything else you want to say?
Yeah, it did what you needed to do. I think that's what's exciting and where you want to see in games like this late in the season is the team not come out sleepwalking like us as the fans were.
Yeah,
and I felt like they came out and jumped on them like they had to, and then you start getting your ones out and getting some young guys some playing time. And winning 35-3, very excited how that played out. No injuries, no new injuries, and you couldn't ask for better if you were a Georgia fan. I think this team's focused. I think it's dialed in, and I think they're ready to roll. Worked on tech on Friday, looked like, and I think they're going to be laser focused going into Mercedes-Benz on Black Friday. So glad to just put a pin in this one and get to tech.
Yeah.
Get the hate week.
Absolutely.
The hate week, it's here, baby.
Yep.
Woo!
All right, last thing I'll say about this game, last unit, too, we'll talk about here, Georgia special teams. I've always said that Brett Thorson is the best punter in the country, and that still remains. But Charlotte's punter is a very close second. He was booming.
You're about to just say that Charlotte 49ers punter is the second best punter in the country?
I don't know.
After just the sample size you got Saturday. You
Oh,
are
he
ready
was-
to just
Based on
that
what
out
I've
there.
seen with
Oh, yeah.
with the naked human eye, man,
heard it here first. Charlotte 49ers punter.
insane. I mean, that kid should get drafted.
Well, he's probably had plenty of opportunities this
To
year
punt,
to be able to
yeah,
punt and
that's
showcase
true.
his skills. So good on him, man.
A lot of reps. Anyway, all right, yeah, no injuries. Very unmemorable game in my opinion. Other than the game itself is unmemorable. Like if somebody held a gun to your head in 20 years and said, "Adam Thornton, name me a play from that Georgia Charlotte game in 2025," what would you say?
I won't be able to, man.
Yeah, me neither.
It's crazy how these games you don't, because we were talking about that in the middle of the game, and I said, Clark, can you even name I think we beat Troy 66-0 in 2014 with Hudson Mason at quarterback, and I couldn't tell you one play from that game.
I can't either.
Just off the top of the cranium.
I mean, most games you can. I mean,
Yeah.
any SEC game. If it's anybody other than like a Marshall or an Austin P or a Charlotte, I think
can.
you and I
yeah,
both
absolutely.
can.
Absolutely. But those kind of games, man, I mean, honestly, you get to talking with people around. You're not just in that zone.
Right.
Right. After a little bit.
True.
So you're just glad to be there, the fellowship, the camaraderie. Another great day in Sanford for that. And I feel like maybe I should talk about this after next week, but to be in this position going into game 12 with only one loss again, another 10-win season, as you mentioned earlier, Clark, again, is crazy because a lot of talking to August, even me, I thought we would be 10-2. And yes, there's still that potential, but you're sitting there, a chance to be 11-1. And a lot of people are saying this is a 3 or 4 loss team, especially at the end of September, too. So just the job for this coaching staff with a very young roster, and to see where this team has come from since September to now, it's just been amazing. You know what I keep thinking about, too, is what this young team did and the part of their growth of how big of a win that 4th down conversion was to London Humphreys in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, we had some luck, too, with that kicker, just Max Gilbert. I love Max Gilbert. If he comes to Athens, he should not have to pay for a meal. Anyway, yeah, I mean, to your point, though, yes, that is great. I mean, that took I think that might have been a turning point in the season.
Well, absolutely,
For being honest.
man. I mean, that gives you confidence with a young roster, young quarterback like that to go into a hostile environment, come back. That started the resilient trend of this team. But stuff like that, you keep on with that game, and you're not used to playing Tennessee that early in the year. It feels like forever ago. But going and doing that in the middle of September, and then now here late November, looking at where we're at, and just kind of overall just look at the season. That and other games that this team's just come back from. You got to love where we're at and the potential of where we can be at the end of January as well, going into the last week of the regular season. I, for one, as a Georgia fan, couldn't be more excited and happy. I mean, I'm all just glass half full, red and black glasses to the fullest right now.
All right, let's talk about last week's games here. Let me update the people on the standings.
Update
right
the people
quick.
on the standings.
Adam's catching up. So I am right now 44-20. Adam, you are 43-21, so one game behind.
Good.
Now, I threw you a bone here, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But anyway, let's start with the first one. Marshall at App State. Fun game to pick here. The Fun Belt. App State did end up winning 26-24.
Marshall blew it.
Yeah, they did.
Marshall blew it. Thunder and Herb blew it, man. Hate that.
We both picked Marshall. Both got it wrong. Arkansas at Texas. Texas won 52-37. And we both picked Texas. But, God, 37 points given up by this Texas defense. I mean, I don't know. I cannot figure this Texas team out. But I hope that they beat A&M this upcoming week.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I think they've had like 5 straight games now where they gave up 30 points, right?
Golly.
And I thought they were a pretty, high caliber SEC defense. Their front is, but I think their secondary's a little suspect, obviously. But yeah, Arkansas's got an explosive offense, so not a lot of people have realized that this year. In games that they've watched, they've come close to, and it really hadn't been the offense. Taylor Green's been a great quarterback for them, and you hate to see talent like that wasted with a very pedestrian defense there in Fayetteville. But I really don't think you could say the offense has been the problem in Fayetteville at all with their 2-8 or 2-9 now season that they've had.
God, that's terrible. Whew. Next game we have on the slate, Kentucky at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt wins 45-17. That one was not even close there.
Yeah.
Diego Pavia just taking care of business, and they are really pushing for him as a Heisman front runner. They are. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I tell you what, Clark, I thought I'd get you right here. I thought Kentucky kind of caught a little fire, a little bit of lightning in the bottle to beat Vanderbilt. But I guess Vanderbilt and Clark Lee, he's got the program established now that they're going to win games they're supposed to. And not only win them they're going to blow them out. They're blowing out the South Carolina and Kentuckys of the world. So that program has elevated and passed those programs. And I was very impressed by that win by Vanderbilt. Thought it'd be a closer game. I actually, of course, thought Kentucky would win it because thought they'd sneak up on them. But Pavia and the Heisman, I respect what he's doing on the field, man, but I'll be honest, I'm tired of him, the off-field antics and the stuff you hear. But, I know you have to have a chip on your shoulder. We've seen that with many athletes who might have been low-ranked recruits, right, or undersized or whatnot, and to perform at the level that he has and the ones that Manziel's in the past, man. But just some of the ego that you see off the field antics. She's like, man, just don't do that, man. Don't ruin a good thing, what you got. I really want to pull for you, but just some of the stuff off the field, it's like, God, just don't do it, man. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I promise you, you're going to look back later in life and be like, why did I do that, man? Why did I do that? But that's him. No judgment here. But anyway, just in my opinion, and I'm just kind of old school in the sense that not my favorite thing to see. And I can't get behind a guy and pull for him that when you hear and read some of that stuff.
Yeah. Next game here, ACC matchup. We both called. It's not an upset per se. I guess it is an upset. I don't know. Pittsburgh,
it is an upset.
Pittsburgh at Georgia Tech. Pittsburgh wins 42-28. We watched this one here at the shop. It was a great time. Pittsburgh got out to a hot lead, 28-0, I think, going. Kind of late in the second quarter.
11 minutes left in the second quarter,
Yeah, and took care of business, man. They started to let it slip away there, but then that pick six, that did Tech in right there. 100-yard pick six Pittsburgh had. And, that was – there was no coming back from that.
Well, and then did you watch the rest of the game after we left and everything? Mm-hmm. That was – Tech kind of had another resurgence where they pulled within 7 and then gave up a 50-plus yard run touchdown. That was kind of the dagger right there. So, yeah, a lot of Tech fans were excited. They said that Bobby died. There was a buzz going on. One of my favorite things to do is when a rival loses, and this is just sad, but I have problems, is I love seeing threads on Georgia message boards that some people, it's a blessing that they go get from our rivals' message board, and we bask in their misery of their defeat. So it's one of my favorite things when I see a rival of Georgia lose a heartbreaker to see with their fans the misery that they're going through.
You get to see all the screenshots.
Yeah, so getting to see the Tech fans after that, they said Bobby died. There was a buzz. They were going to clinch the ACC championship berth. It was all this exciting, man, going in just one loss to Georgia on Black Friday. They're flying high, and then that happened, and then you start off with the disappointment of 28-0, but then you get a little resurgence of life. They're going to come back, and you're going to do it. It's going to be a memorable game. The Haynes King just legacy is just going to be engraved even more on the flats there, the joke by Coke, and it just didn't happen. And I love it. I love the fact that I hope it was such a demoralizing loss that's going to be hard to turn around in 6 days and get back up, and I'm sure they will. They played Georgia close, but I like what I saw. Their defense. I love what I see as a Georgia fan out of their defense and the potential there for Georgia to put a lot of points on the board.
Yep. All right, lastly, we have an SEC matchup here. Tennessee at Florida, the Meteor game. Tennessee wins 31-11. I thought for some reason Florida could just muster up a miraculous upset. They are a horrible football team, and they proved that this past Saturday night. But good on Tennessee, I guess, getting their first win since 2003 in the Swamp.
Yeah.
Great job, Josh Heupel.
We picked them a good reason, Clark. I mean, like you just alluded to, Tennessee has not won in the Swamp. They've played there every other year, but hasn't won there in, 22 years? Like you said, 2003. So good win for Josh Heupel, Tennessee fans. No playoff hopes. So they could do this and then beat Vanderbilt and end up regular season and go to the Citrus Bowl. You can't spell citrus without UT. So they get to go do that. Good for them. Florida gets to stay at home and hire a low-tier coach that they didn't have on their wish list because nobody wants to go to Florida anymore. It's not the attractive job that they think it is. And I love it. As a Georgia fan, you got to love that. You got to love every bit of that.
Agreed.
Florida fans were taking off their jerseys during the game.
That was terrible.
I think they had their last stand was against Georgia in Jacksonville. And
they almost had it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they played, but I think after they came up short with that, they've cashed it in completely.
Yeah. All right, the last game on the slate here that we had was our game of the week last week, and I had a mistake. I actually misspelled the name of one of the teams here. I said Chadron State Eagles, right? But I said Chardon State Eagles, but they're actually Chadron State Eagles.
Okay,
so good, just for the record. Anyway. Chadron State, the Eagles, actually lost to Pittsburgh State, the Gorillas, which you picked by a score of 21-17. So, Adam, you got this one right. Now, I wasn't going to add this one to our standings. Like, I wasn't going to make this count, but I was like, nah, that would be poor.
I appreciate that.
So, I gave you that.
Good sportsmanship, good integrity out of you right there. That's good. Yeah, the Gorillas, like I said, home game like that, a lot at stake. You just, you can't go against Pittsburgh State in that situation, in that environment.
I'm sure it was rocking.
I bet it was. Close game, though. Good
football.
It was.
It really was. I think the last...
Definitely worth the price of admission.
Yeah. All, $8 to get in that stadium, maybe?
Yeah.
I bet some of these schools, they just allow people to just come on in free,
As they should.
Yeah. All righty, so that wraps up last week's games. What week are we in? 13, 14?
13.
Yeah, 13. So we're moving on to 14, correct?
That's it. Last one of the regular season.
Conference
It's
championship.
postseason time, baby. What we've all been waiting for.
Right. Conference championships will be week 15, and then, it'll be fun riding from then on out. All right, Adam, Thanksgiving's coming up. We got it this Thursday. It's going to be a great day. I love Thanksgiving. I know you do. I know our people do out there. And so I want to ask you, what are you thankful for?
Thankful for Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Obviously. Just to be able to have that connection with him, man, especially when you know your family and friends know him as well. That's the ultimate thanksgiving and just thing to be thankful for, in my opinion. Also then family. Just getting to be with family and friends and loved ones. Share that memory, man. And then of course I'm just thankful for America. The country we live in, the freedom to be able to celebrate the holiday, the freedom to be able to podcast and talk about American college tackle football. Thankful for that opportunity. Thankful that we get to see that. I'm thankful for just everything in life, man. It's truly just been a blessing to be able to be on God's green earth and to go out there and get to go to work every day. Right. I enjoy being able to have the ability to get up out of bed, crank up my truck, and go make a living and good, honest living to support a family and raise them.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
My wife, my child, obviously, that's in there with family. So, yeah, just simple stuff like that. And, of course, football. Thankful for football. And where Georgia's program is right now.
I'm thankful for Kirby Paul Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
I'm thankful for all the people that listen to this podcast. And
absolutely, man.
And support us and, and everybody that we've met so far, all of our friends through this show, man, it's been awesome. Very thankful. Very thankful. I'm thankful for good food as well. And we get a lot of that this Thursday. So, Adam, tell me, what's your favorite? Actually, let's do this. Tell me what you would put on your Thanksgiving plate. I want a meat, I want a side, and I want a dessert.
Give me turkey. Give me some mac and cheese.
Nice.
Like mac and cheese with my turkey. And give me dressing. It's not stuffing.
Okay.
It's dressing.
Okay.
I do not like people. It's just kind of like stuffing. I have to kind of process when I hear somebody call dressing stuffing, what stuffing is. But then Oh, yeah, that's dressing. You mean dressing, right, man? So, yeah, dressing just smothered in gravy. Absolutely. And green beans or something along the lines of that.
All right. Well, you just told me. You stole
hash
like
brown
3 of my sides.
casserole. Sorry.
No, it's okay. All right.
Fried
so give me a dessert.
Squash. Fried squash casserole that my wife cooks is really good. Oh, dessert. Gosh, I like any dessert. I don't discriminate against. I mean, peach cobbler, apple pie, anything.
I like it. I would go with, turkey. I'm a big mac and cheese fan, but specifically, you got to go with crock pot mac and cheese. That's just me. I also love cornbread that goes in the skillet.
At Thanksgiving?
Really good. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love cornbread. I'm a cornbread connoisseur.
Yeah.
I love cornbread, man. When I go to the cafe, when they ask you if you want a roll of cornbread, I'm always getting cornbread.
Yeah.
My grandma, growing up, would always make me a pan of cornbread and put butter on it and put it in the microwave and just melt it, smothered. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great. Love it. And but
you don't think it's a Thanksgiving?
Well, you got dressing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really particularly eat dressing. I don't really like it.
What?
It has onions in it, and I know.
My goodness!
I know people.
You're kidding me.
I know people are chastising me for that. I hate onions, and I hate when onions are in things. Even if I can't taste it,
taste it.
I know it's cooked in and everything. I've heard it 100 million times.
Have you ever even tried?
It's just a mental.
Have
thing.
you tried
an onion? Yes, I hate.
No,
onions.
no, I'm talking about dressing.
Oh yeah, look. Aside from the fact that it has onions in it, I actually really like it.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
So now it's a texture thing. It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to actually put it on Patreon, you on Thanksgiving Day, trying to buy the dress smothered in gravy.
Look, I love dressing minus the onions.
That makes no sense. Anyway, proceed.
I'm going to request onionless dressing this week.
Goodness.
Hopefully my mom will make it.
Oh, my goodness.
So that would be my side. But yes, crock pot mac and cheese. I'm also a big fan of just smoked ham or any ham for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't choose one meat. I get ham and turkey.
Yeah. And then for my dessert, my gosh, I'm going with pecan pie. Specifically my mom's pecan pie. Look, everybody says their mom's is the best. No, my mom's actually is the best.
There you go.
I will stand on that.
Wrap it up.
Man, God, that's something that needs to be served in Sanford Stadium right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's pecan pie.
That's what my mother-in-law makes pecan cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
You talked about that last year.
Oh, yeah, it's really good. So I'm sure I'll have that. I forgot to add that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we should do this. I'll trade you a slice of my mom's pecan pie. We'll actually probably have some around anyway. For your mother-in-law's.
That'll be good. That's that's in the spirit. That's what they did in 1621.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Actually, though, you think they had pecan pie back then?
I'm sure they had some form of dessert. I don't know what they had, man, but they were able to strike an accord on Squanto, right?
What are we talking about here?
The first
Pilgrims.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah.
In 1621, when the Pilgrims came to Plymouth Rock, man. They didn't know how to do anything, Clark. If you look back in your history books, the Pilgrims came from the mother country of England. And I don't know what they were doing in England. They couldn't provide for themselves. You have to be brave to just get on a vessel and float and sail and not really know where you're going to go, right? Because there wasn't no GPS back then, right?
True.
There wasn't no satellite imagery of how long this is going to take to hit landfall. You're just getting on a vessel and stocking up some supplies and going. And you lose some people along the way. That's a sacrifice you make back in the 1600s when you take a conquest off the shores of the mother country of Britain looking for a better life.
Right.
And I'm thankful for that people had that willpower to do that. What?
I don't know.
Serious.
Yeah, I know. It's serious. Keep going.
Okay, thank you.
I'm thankful for those people too, yes.
Anyway, but what blows my mind is the hard just storms, weather, potential hurricanes. I don't know if you called them a hurricane back then. I don't know if that's been documented, what at sea the creatures are, and the adversity that they had to face to get from Europe to America, right?
Yeah.
But then you land in America and you don't even know how to hunt or grow anything. You don't know how to gather. You don't know how to gather, right? You don't know how to gather.
Yeah.
But thank God you got the indigenous people over there, the Indians, the Native Americans like Squanto, found in their heart, good-hearted people like Squanto to teach them how to plant corn and hunt deer.
Yeah.
and all the things the good Lord provided for us to feed ourselves. So the Pilgrims did that, man, and they were so juiced about their first harvest.
Were they?
Oh yeah, they actually got to see a seed put in the ground,
Right.
the cornstalk come out, head out, and when they harvested this food, and also by harvest meant growing and gathering, but also going out and hunting and gathering, and then they get the food. They're juiced about it. They have a 3-day celebration.
I love that.
A 3-day celebration about it, and they are juiced about that. They're thankful. And that's and we as Americans need to be more in line with that. Go back to that, right, of just really everything being overly jubilant and thankful for everything, every meal, everything. And
I agree.
And then they found it in the goodness of their heart to invite the Indians to sit at the table with them.
Right.
And they celebrated, and they were thankful, and that was good. Obviously, relations between the two as years and decades and time went on wasn't as peaceful as that first Thanksgiving in 1621, but we're thankful we have that in the history book.
Yeah.
Right. It provided us words like cornucopia.
Adam loves the word
I
cornucopia.
love the usage of a cornucopia.
Y'all, we almost bought a cornucopia for the set.
And we should have. Always I'm looking forward whenever Thanksgiving meals we go to, if there's not a cornucopia present, I point out that there's no cornucopia, just where I can say cornucopia.
Adam just looks for ways to incorporate the word cornucopia in sentences and in conversation.
And that special Thursday in November, I really bring it out.
Yeah. The cornucopia really is a neat, interesting looking thing. It's just like, it looks like a bugle, like a bugle, an oversized bugle.
It does.
With just food flowing out of it. It's pretty cool.
That's right.
What are we talking about? I love this.
This is what happens when we have to fill our time when you're in a post game Charlotte episode.
Yeah.
I hope if people are still with us, I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. This is a really relaxed Roast 60 before it really gets intense the rest of the way. So we can just kind of kick back and have a good time with each other before each episode after this is going to be highly intense.
That's right. That's right.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I learned about Squanto tonight. Hope y'all did too.
You never heard of Squanto?
Maybe I have.
You
back in
you
third
never
grade
did a
or
play
something.
in preschool? Like when you had the cardboard paper and you cut out a headdress and wore it and somebody was Squanto in the play?
I
and then
guess
you
so.
got another one where you did a pilgrim hat and you put the buckle.
The belt buckle?
Yeah, the buckle on the front of the hat. I mean, you never did that?
We did. Yeah, actually we did.
Out of all that, you don't remember Squanto.
No, I don't. I'm sure we learned about him in third grade, but I do not remember it.
Anyway,
So.
I don't have any more words. Nothing else to add to this segment.
Oh, man. All righty. Well, guys, if y'all have enjoyed this episode, leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We would love to read those. We do read those, and we appreciate that. If you're on YouTube right now, subscribe to us so you don't miss another video. We got a Georgia Tech episode coming up, a preview episode releasing this Wednesday night, roughly 5 p.m., I'd say, so be on the lookout for that. We'll get back to business then, for sure. Like you said, this was just kind of laid back, kind of a fun episode. Not much to say about the Charlotte 49ers. Good day in Athens. Glad we won. Adam, wrap this thing up.
Yeah, great day. Thankful for y'all. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Actually, we're going to release one before Thanksgiving Day. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and ramp that up. Have a good Thanksgiving. It's hate week. It's Tech week. I think we could overlook Tech in the sense of there's nobody worse to lose to, the rare times that does happen. And thank the Lord, it's been a while since we had to experience that. But we get focused on rivals like Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, Alabama, Clemson, all those. But you forget, man, that there's nobody out there that hates Georgia more than Georgia Tech. I was reminded of that. They have an illustration as Buzz, their mascot, standing there at a graveyard with 3 headstones. And it's one of Larry Munson, Dan McGill, and then Vince Dooley. And I think it came out when Dooley passed away a few years ago that said, is of Buzz smiling, saying, "We have a spot right here. We saved you a spot." Right here for you.
Wow. I have not seen that, and that makes me enraged.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the kind of things you get out of that. I mean, obviously everybody fan base has their bad apples, but you see a lot more of those type of graphics and stuff that I feel like there's friendly banner, and then there's stuff that just crosses the line to me. And don't just remember that Tech hates Georgia more than anybody out there. It's always important to win this game, and you forget about that because it's been so one-sided. But, it ramped up. Stakes are big. First time ever at a neutral site, but it's not going to be a neutral site. Tech sold out a home game for more money to just have it 70-30 Georgia Tech ratio, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. After Saturday night, I think it's going to be even more than that, but we'll get to that next episode. Be safe out there. We love y'all. God bless. Go Dogs,
Go Dogs.
baby.